Southpaw Grammar is the fifth studio album by English alternative rock singer Morrissey, released on August 28, 1995 by record labels RCA in the UK and Reprise in the US. The album charted at number 4 in the UK and number 66 in the US, but received a mixed response from critics. The singles lifted from the album were Dagenham Dave, and The Boy Razor. Content. The nature of the album is different from past Morrissey releases, such as the inclusion of 2 tracks which surpass the 10-minute mark, the near 2.5-minute drum solo courtesy of Spencer Coburn which opens the track The Operation, and the sampling of a Shostakovich I symphony. AllMusic described it as Morrissey's art rock album, complete with strings, drum solos and 2 10-minute songs. According to Morrissey himself, the title refers to the school of hard knocks. That is, boxing. Another reference to boxing is the original cover photo, a photo of boxer Kenny Lane taken from the April 1963 issue of boxing magazine The Ring. Musical style Spin magazine described the album's musical style as differing from the Crushed Flowers studio formalizations of last year's Vauxhall and I, building instead on the earlier Your Arsenal, Morrissey's sly, unexpected blending of rockabilly and glam. Release. Southpaw Grammar was released on August 28, 1995 by record labels RCA in the UK and Reprise in the US. The album charted at number 4 in the UK and number 66 in the US. On its release Southpaw Grammar was an eyebrow-raiser for fans and critics alike. The singles released from the album were Dagenham Dave, which reached number 26 in the UK singles chart in August 1995, and The Boy Razor, which reached number 36 in the UK singles chart in October. On April 27, 2009 Sony BMG released a remastered version of Southpaw Grammar in the UK. This version included a substantially altered running order, 3 previously unreleased tracks, Honey, You Know Where to Find Me, You Should Have Been Nice to Me, and Fantastic Bird as well as a single B-side Nobody Loves Us, and new artwork by Anthony Louis, including previously unseen photographs by Linda Sterling, closer to Morrissey's vision. The digital version from iTunes Store adds live versions of London, and Billy Budd, recorded in London. Reception. The critical reception to Southpaw Grammar was mixed. Al Weisel of Rolling Stone qualified it as Morrissey's most powerful solo outing to date. Richard Cromlin of the Los Angeles Times described it as the most musically dynamic album from the Messiah of Moans since he revitalized British rock with the Smiths in the mid-80s. Stereogum named it as Morrissey's peak and quintessential document. According to Uncut magazine, on its release, Southpaw Grammar seemed to be the point where the great British public officially fell out of love with Morrissey. The casual Smiths fan had all but lost interest while even the Scary Moz obsessives were a little puzzled. Andrzej Lukowski of Drowned in Sound wrote Southpaw Grammar is in some ways the most daring thing the ex-Smith has ever put his name to. At the same time it's also pretty craven, in that it dilutes the impact of its 3 key tracks The Teachers Are Afraid of the Pupils, The Operation and Southpaw, dark, sprawling semi-instrumentals dominated by the remarkable drumming of Spencer James Coburn with lightweight fluff like Dagenham Dave and The Boy Razor. Q magazine listed it as one of the top 50 albums of 1995. In 1999, Ned Raggett ranked the album at number 79 on his list of the top 136 or so albums of the 90s. Track listing. Note: given the 2009 re-release CD is a mock-up of a vinyl record, the words "The Heart is a Lonely Hunter" appear on the Rune-Out Grooves. Personnel: Morrissey vocals, Alan White guitar, backing vocals, Boz Burrow guitar, Johnny Bridgewood bass guitar, Spencer James Coburn drums, technical, Steve Lillywhite production. References. External links: Southpaw Grammar at Discogs.